everyone, VortexTCG here, and today I want to talk about Bandai's recent reveal of the upcoming ban list that comes into effect, I believe, September 1st. And there are a lot of things that are being changed on this ban list, and I want to talk through them, give you my thoughts, were they right, were they incorrect here, and yeah, just talk about the ban list in general. And if you're looking forward to this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to get some new cards for the upcoming format, please do use my Big Orbit affiliate link down below. I make some money and you save some money at checkout. So this ban list is huge. I think there's like I'm looking at the list right now, like 11 things that are being affected on the ban list. So I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on everyone, dissecting every choice they make, just giving you my raw impressions of the ban list and also give you my thoughts if they were good hits or bad hits. So let's start off with the only banned card, and that was Sayo Koh. I did predict this in my ban list video, which you should check out so you understand what I was expecting to see get hit in this upcoming ban list. This card needed to go because it wasn't being played in the deck that it was functionally for, which was Galaxy, and it was only being used in these loop like toolboxy decks, which essentially allows you to skip your opponent's turn. As it wasn't being used in its main deck and didn't really see much play outside of that other than these strategies, I think this card is safely fine to be banned here. Just to get rid of this card straight away. I think Bandai knew they made a mistake with this card, limits design space going forward, get rid of it, good job Bandai. The next one is going to be a limit pair, so you usually get like one or two of these in a given like ban list, and this time around it is for A being Garudamon and B being for Talmon and Sakuyamon X. So in my ban list prediction I expected Talmon to be hit to 1 because I think this card is just very versatile, and while people in the comment section were easily to point out that Talmon Ace would just be the replacement, there is a huge difference between BT19 Talmon Ace and BT17 Talmon. The fact that you get to play essentially two options for free through Talmon BT17 is a huge difference maker than just playing one. And also gaining the Ace as well, gaining the overflow when you do get rid of it, is also important as well. It stops them from going into stuff like the Greymon Ruin mode because they don't want to give the memory back. So let's be real, the reason why they decided to limit this is essentially, well, Talmon and Sakuya stuff essentially allows you to go into the Valderam for free if you use a yellow scramble, for example, because you'll gain 2 memory back from the Sakuya and the Sakuya X, which we'll talk about the Sakuyamon later on, but essentially just gives you like a free level 7 that stuns your entire board and you just gain loads of advantage from it. The problem now is that people are going to get rid of the Valderams and just play the Greymon Ruin mode instead. And in certain situations, this card is just better because doing -5 or -10k to a whole field for an entire turn essentially just means you shut the game down completely. Now, this isn't going to be as consistent as it was before, which we'll get into in a sec when we get into the limits, but I think that this is still a viable option for Sakuyamon. And let's not forget, by the way, Sakuyamon is getting a brand new advanced deck in December, so we're getting these hits in September. All you have to wait is like 4 months and then you'll get a brand new deck, which will probably allow you to go back into the Valderam, let's be honest. So we'll have to wait to see. I don't think this is a really good limit pair. I think just getting rid of the Talmon is probably the better option here, but that's what Bandai decided to do. I don't agree with it, but what do you guys think about this limit pair? Do you think it actually does anything? Or are you on the side of me where I'm just like, eh? Actually, while we're on the topic of Sakuyamon, let's go into the limits as well. And Sakuya actually did get 2 limits on this ban list. And the first one being Digievolution Plug-in S, which is essentially the Digivolve for free. And then we also got the Sakuyamon BT19, I believe it is, which allows you to draw 2 and then play an option card and get a token and all that good stuff. Both of these have been limited to 1, which kind of just shows how good Sakuyamon really is. But again, I just want to let you guys know that the advanced deck is just around the corner, so they will probably just replace these cards anyway. This is kind of just like them saying, do not play this deck for 3 months until the advanced deck comes out, then please buy it again, please. The plug-in S, I think, is a real shame, if I'm being honest, because I think this card is built for this archetype. The problem is, though, is that this deck has just gotten so big that the free Digivolution is just too much value, unfortunately. I remember playing this deck in like EX2 and the free evolution was like a godsend, but now this deck has, the plug-in, the scrambles, obviously that's too much, so they decided to hit the Digievolution plug-in S. And yeah, this card also just lets you draw a card, and I think the security effect lets you search cards as well. Like, the card's absurd in modern day Digimon. And just a quick note on the Sakuyamon, yeah, this card is just insane as well. Draw 2, play an option card, get a token, like, this card just does everything the archetype needs it to do. So yeah, I'm happy with these hits, but again, advanced deck comes out in 3 months, so does it really matter? Probably not. So let's get on to the other limited cards first, and let's just go over 2 very quickly. We have Gravity Crush. I've been saying this for about 1.5 years now. Thank goodness it's finally gone to 1, I guess. Yeah, this card is just really, really broken in modern day Digimon, and thank goodness it's gone. One that I wasn't expecting, however, which I did call still, but like, I wasn't expecting them to actually do it because they're not very like proactive Bandai. They're usually very reactive when it comes to their hits. So they hit Parabolic Junk as well. This means I think the Tropical Crush, whatever it's called, is the only like memory gain option card that costs 0 still available to us for play. So both of these going is a good thing just in general, because there are going to be ways that you can abuse these cards in the future or currently with the Gravity Crush, and so I'm just glad that they're gone now. Sayonara, bye-bye. Then let's go on to the Guilmon hits, and yeah, this is where I'm a little bit confused on, like, I know one of them, like, I understand one of the hits, but the other one I'm not 100% sure on. So the one that I'm completely understanding about is the Guilmon with Rush from like EX3, EX2 I think it is? No, it's EX4. Too many EX sets with too many Guilmons, I guess. This just gets you Rush and allows you to continue your turn because you're going to be milling a bunch of cards anyway, so bye-bye, only one available now. The other card they decided to pick for this deck is quite interesting, and it's the EX3 Growlmon. This is the one that allows you to mill cards or delete a Digimon essentially. Very similar to the BT21 version, but you have to delete first or then mill, but the mill is only for you, not for your opponent as well. But the other key thing about this card is that you can delete another Digimon and gain security attack +1 for the turn, which essentially allows you to consistently go for these loop turn effects with like the Growlmon X, for example. I think Growlmon X is just the better hit here. That card just does everything. So draw 1 and discard 1, so you're still milling. You're able to then play a Guilmon from trash, and it also has the inheritable of when you delete something, gain a memory. So for me, I think the Growl package kind of like takes a huge hit here, but the overall game plan of Guilmon is fine. These are the only 2 cards that actually do get hit for the Guilmon package, so if you're going back into like Guilmon X antibody, you still have pretty much everything available to you. You still have the Growl X, you still have the Gil X, the War Growl X if you play that, like, everything is still available to you. So I don't think it does a good enough job to hit the Growlmon engine as a whole, so I think the Guilmon, completely understandable, the Growlmon, less so. Speaking of Growl packages, one of the cards outside of that has also been hit, and that is the Garudamon X antibody. Now, as a fellow Phoenix enjoyer, this really hurts because this is kind of like just the backbone of the deck. It essentially allows you to go for full combo because you trash security, but also with the trash security, you can essentially trigger off the Oriyumon here. With this being limited, it's less likely you're able to do that now. And yeah, when I was playing this deck in Porto, if you just essentially have your stack, you have no chance of losing unless your Phoenix dies, but it doesn't really matter as much. So yeah, not great. It sucks that this gets hit in the, you know, crossfire of all the hits here, but I think if they're going to make more Garuda stuff in the future, this card is just going to be an auto included in all those decks, so it's probably best that this card is gone, but it makes me a little bit sad because I do love Garuda X antibody. There's only 2 more cards now, and one of them is one that I did call, which is Raw Rights of the Purge. I said this card is just absurd, playing a level 6 or higher Digimon for free, getting effects when you swing at security because it gains Rush for some reason, get to play it for like free memory because of the inheritables of King Drasil. This card is insane in that archetype, and I know there was a bit of a, you know, mixed match of like, will they hit Last Guardian or they hit Raw Knights of the Purge? And I think this is the better hit overall, because being able to play stuff like an Omnimon for free is not fun. So thank goodness that's gone. And the final hit, rest in peace to my fallen soldier, once again, MetalGarurumon from EX1 has now been limited. I feel like every time there's a ban list that comes around, like Gabumon gets hit in some sort of way. If it's stuff like the X antibodies, if it's like old support that is now being abused. So that's the case with this MetalGarurumon right here from EX1. It's being abused in Gas, which is like Greymon, Alter S, I believe it's called. And that deck has been doing some interesting things, to say the least. And again, it is another situation where Bandai is being proactive about the ban list. Being able to essentially sort these decks out before they become real big meta contenders that just essentially shut down a whole entire format. And so it's good to see that Bandai are doing these proactive bans for a format. However, I don't think they did enough in this situation, because I think at this point it becomes very clear that this format is now Omnimon or Garudamon, and yeah, they're both pretty powerful to say the least. And that's my worry. I feel like some of the decks that did get hit do deserve to be hit, like the Sakuyamon and to a certain extent the Growlmon package, but my god, having Gallant still available in the format is not great, you know, and Omnimon, which has been, you know, hugely successful in the BT22 format, still not really being hit, only hit in the Garurumon versions is, you know, quite scary. So this next format is going to be quite interesting, where it starts in September 1st, where this ban list goes live. But it's safe to say that this will change the format quite a bit. But let me know what you think about the ban list. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Did your deck get hit on the ban list? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.